Good afternoon to everyone and a very happy Friday to all of you. This is Talaka Mehra from AJV Services coming live today to help you out with all your queries and bring you a step closer to New Zealand. Before I begin the live session, I'm going to wait for my team to join in and for a couple of viewers to join in so that we can start the live session. I'll also wait for the confirmation from my team that I'm loud and clear, and let's start the live session then. So just a 2 minutes wait and we'll begin. Team, if you can confirm me that I'm live, loud and clear. Okay. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. Yes, so my team confirms that I'm loud and clear. So we'll start this live session. I'll start the live session by showing you guys my license card, which basically allows me to sit here today and help you out with your queries. It is very important for you to ensure that when you are seeking advice regarding New Zealand immigration, the person that you're seeking advice is licensed. There are some exceptions, that is a student visa. However, all other categories require you to be advised by a licensed advisor unless you're applying yourself completely. So I did complete a course from New Zealand, from a college in New Zealand, which gave me this provisional license. And today I can sit here in front of you and advise you today on your queries. Also, I know that I was supposed to come live last week. However, I had a couple of exams to give for the same to have my license renewed in the coming year, in this year as well, in the coming months. Sorry. So let's begin the live session. While we have a couple of viewers join in, I'll tell you what AJV does. AJV is a team that looks out for clients, do their best to provide them with the correct and useful information that will assist them in choosing the right pathway. I know a lot of words. However, this basically means is that whoever comes to us for looking for migration to New Zealand, we don't have one pathway that we would direct them to. We have a couple of venues that we look at, where would they fit perfectly, what would be the best option for our client, and we suggest that to the client. And our team, talking about the importance of the license, having a license to be able to advise you today, our team consists of, in fact, 5 licensed immigration advisors at this point, and we do have a couple of more in the making. So if you are looking for getting the right license advice, I don't think there's any other better place than AJV itself. So on that note, I'll start the live session with talking about a little bit of updates from New Zealand. And I know they're all good updates this week. So a lot of you must have been following it on news, and you would have noticed that New Zealand recently had their last corona positive patient get discharged. That was on Monday, I think, and from Tuesday, it was declared to be a COVID-free nation, and the lockdown in the country has been uplifted. So while the border restrictions still continue to be in place with some limitation, this is a huge step for the country, and we can only now look forward to the borders opening up and for you guys to having travel there and reach your dream destination. So we'll talk a little bit about the limitations. The limitations do remain a bit similar to what they were a while back. So New Zealand citizens, permanent residents with a valid travel condition may travel to New Zealand. This does not include people who recently got their resident visas and would be their first travel. There are a couple of areas where people can seek approval to travel to New Zealand, and that would be partners and dependent children of New Zealand residents and citizens. Some exceptions apply. So if you are in that category, please reach out to us so that we can advise you accordingly. Australian citizens and permanent residents who normally live in New Zealand can seek for approval. Similarly, for people that are traveling to New Zealand to work in the essential services area, um, then Samoan and Tongan citizens, New Zealand-based partners, and dependent children of a work and student visa holder. So this area, I think, involved a lot of confusion, because I've got a lot of calls from my clients asking if they would be eligible in this category. The most important thing to notice in this category would be the part where it says New Zealand based partners. It basically means that the partners and dependent children who were already living in New Zealand before this situation, they can seek approval to apply again. All the first time travelers are not included in this exemption. So if you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help you out. So these are the basic limitations, and there is not much information here, but I think the biggest positive start of this week was New Zealand being declared COVID free. So let's hope that we will now just move faster towards the borders reopening, depending upon how the situation in the world is and how the policies and immigration turn out to be for the international students going forward. So it's just a waiting game, and let's fingers crossed, and let's hope that all will fall in place soon. So this was the update that I have on the COVID front. Today, what I had thought of the live session, what we can do is, I picked up a topic that was most talked and asked about, which is IT, information technology. We get a lot of students who have an IT background or are looking to study in the sector. So I'll get to that. But in the meantime, I will have one request as always. Please continue to post your questions. If you are a new viewer, please give us your contact details along with your questions so that I can answer you promptly. Also, all our AJVians, please let us know that you're family, and I will have your queries answered then and there. Why do we ask you to do that? Because while a licensed immigration advice is something that we are providing out front here with you, so all we request you to do is give us your numbers in return, and in case we will want to have a chat with you, a detailed chat with you, and probably you will end up looking at venues that maybe you did not think of were possible that easily. So just have a quick chat with us. This live session is limited. It's a 1 hour live session, so there's not much information that I will be able to give you. No, I will not be able to go in detail about it. Definitely, I'll provide you all the necessary information. But yes, having a chat with us is just going to make you more confident and would give you a lot of, will open up a lot of avenues and options for you. So leave us your number with your question, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I will not be answering any questions that will not have any contact details in it. So with that, I'll start with today's topic, which is basically what is a future of an IT professional in New Zealand. So talking about New Zealand and the IT sector, they are right now going very hand in hand. In fact, New Zealand is known to be a breeding ground for innovation, and it competes successfully at the world stage. And it is also known to be one of the growing industries, major growing industries in New Zealand, and it grew about 12% last year. So New Zealand tech sector is quite diverse and much advanced today. So if you are someone who is looking to work in this sector, or who is looking who already has a background in the sector, it's a very good opportunity. It is a very good sector to be working in New Zealand at this minute. Why? There's another thing that would add some weight to this is that IT sector is majorly listed. Most of the occupations are listed in the LTSSL. LTSSL is a long-term skill shortage list. So this list basically defines all those areas that that New Zealand require more employment in. So they need more migrants to be coming in to work in these sector. And IT being in the LTSSL makes it a very great sector to be working in, because it will give you a lot of employment opportunities. You will not have shortage of jobs. In fact, today, if you go on seek.co.nz, you will find numerous jobs listed there. In fact, yesterday I was helping out a client and I just did a basic search of the IT to see how many jobs are listed. And I could find pages and pages of jobs and about 1,000 jobs easily listed there. And there are a lot more websites with job employment opportunities listed in them. So yes, IT sector comes as a major sector in New Zealand, and it requires a lot of employment. So yeah, so if you're someone interested in IT, I would say definitely for that area. IT was also identified by Immigration New Zealand as a future growth area, which basically means the same, that they're looking for more and more employment there. Today, in the wider economy, it approximately employs about 75,000 people in New Zealand. So there are a lot of positives to this, and while you see this live session, you'll realize why IT is such a big area and an important area. So there are a lot of global industry leaders who have also started their base in New Zealand, and I think that will give an idea to the entire world that how New Zealand is growing to be such a strong IT sector to be working in. So going with that, now when I talk about IT being in the list, what other opportunities will it get in for you? So if you do plan to go to study some course in IT, and you eventually will get a job which is relevant to your course, you can gain more points. How? The work experience need to be, for the residence bit, the work experience need to be either in the long-term skill shortage list or in the comparable market for you to able to claim points. Considering IT is listed in the long-term skill shortage list, it will get you points just like that. While it will get you points, it will also get you bonus points to be in the long-term skill shortage list. So you can claim two kind of points there. If you do a qualification from New Zealand, you get bonus points for having a qualification from New Zealand. Depending, the points can do vary. They can vary from depending on the level of course that you're doing. However, yes, it will get you more points. So either way, if you're looking to study or if you're just looking to migrate, IT is a sector which will give you a lot of opportunities. It will give you a lot of advantages at the same time. So for talking about SMC, that is the skill migrant category, which leads to residence. Talking about that, if you are someone with a strong IT background, qualification in IT, a good work experience, I would suggest reach out to us. You can come to us. You can book a consult. You can go on a website. You can book a consultation with me, and we can do a quick calculation of your points. I can research on the venues possible for you. If not residence, then what? And we can have a detailed discussion, 1 hour discussion, and maybe work out the best way possible for you. Because the point calculation I cannot do on the live session, keeping in mind the time constraint. So yes, that would be one way that you can reach out to us. You can have a one-on-one conversation with me for 1 hour, and that is where I can help you out with your queries. So this was about IT. Now talking about IT, a lot of questions that we get is what kind of courses that can I go for? Where should I go for these courses? Which colleges are important? So what I've done is I've listed about 6-7 courses from New Zealand. They are graduate courses, they are postgraduate courses, master courses from different colleges and universities. So I have a couple of them listed and I'll talk about them. And I'll also give you a brief idea of what the eligibility criteria looks for these different courses. So let's get into that. So one of the courses that is there is Graduate Diploma in Information Technology, which is a level 7 course. You can find this course in an MIT, Wintech. Usually our students have gone there. There are a lot of other colleges that may offer these courses. So if you have research from those colleges and if you are looking for something like that, you can definitely get in touch with us and speak to us about those colleges as well. But popular colleges that we've seen right now is NMIT, Wintech. There is a graduate diploma in applied information technology from Wintech. There's a postgraduate diploma in IT from EIT and Fiteria. Coming to other courses, there is postgraduate diploma in applied IT, which is in Wintech. Then there is a postgraduate diploma in computing in Unitech. Coming to masters, you can go for a masters in colleges, or you can go for masters in universities. What's the difference is going to be that there might be a little bit difference on the cost and subjects. So that is something that you will have to look into detail with us. We will help you out with that definitely. Whichever subjects you think are something that you want to study, I think that is how you should choose your course. Obviously, keeping in mind what your budget is. So in that we have a couple of courses such as Masters in IT from Waikato. We also have Masters in IT in Welltech and Fiteria. So these are a couple of courses listed out. Other universities that offer master courses would be AUT and the University of Canterbury. So I'll talk a little bit about the fee structure, eligibility criteria, which is mostly basic around the IPTs, PTs, and masters. Universities, depending on which level you want to go to. So if you're looking at going and doing a graduate diploma on IT, it could be from NMIT, Wintech, any other college. So they usually have intakes in almost the entire year. The main intakes are the February one and the July one. And they might have some intakes in November or August, or maybe one or there in between. It is a 1-year course, full-time 1-year course. You can choose part-time as well, but full-time 1-year course. The fees would be ranging around $19,000. The academic requirements would be to have an undergraduate degree in any discipline and an English language ability equivalent to a 6 points in IELTS. So if you need to score a 6 in IELTS and nothing less than 5.5 in each band. So that is the requirement for graduate diplomas. So if you come to postgraduate courses, the eligibility gets a little bit higher, which is that you need to have a bachelor's degree in computing or any IT qualification, unlike the graduate one that require you to just have an undergraduate degree. Then the IELTS requirement here goes a bit higher, which is 6.5. The fees also goes a little bit higher, and it can range from about 21,000 to 22,000 New Zealand dollars. Now, coming to masters, obviously with the level rising up, while the time frame of a master's is about 18 months, which can range from about 1.5 years to 2 years. So for a course provided in Welltech, the course provided in Waikato is actually 18 months. The eligibility academic requirements is a bachelor's degree in computing or IT related course. The IELTS requirement is similar, 6.5. However, the difference where the difference comes is the cost. So a cost of studying a master's will be higher, and the cost will be much higher for universities. So you can see about $30,000 to $33,000 for masters, and a bit more higher for universities. So that is a basic idea of how education in the IT sector in New Zealand looks like. And in comparison to other countries, it's quite competitive. The IT sector is growing majorly. So yes, if you are planning to do a qualification from New Zealand, it will just add a lot of value to your profile, considering that they are looking for people to hire in New Zealand in the IT sector. And with having a qualification from New Zealand as well is going to be the star point in your CV. So if you are if you are someone in the IT sector, please explore these options. Definitely, I know everyone wants to go and settle in New Zealand, and the first option they want to go for is residence. But if you really want to make your career as well in the same meantime, then look at the study option as well, and it's a much easier option because residence can take a lot of time. However, study option will make you reach New Zealand, the intake that you want to go in, and as soon as you complete your course, you move up to the work visa of 3 years, or the max you can get is about 3 years depending on your course. And once you do get your work visa and get a job, you can apply for your residence. So it's a much faster process, much beneficial. There's more advantage to it because you're also getting a qualification from New Zealand. While doing your part-time job, also you can learn how the New Zealand economy is, how the people are, and you do get accustomed to the way people live there. So I think the study option is a very good option, and that would be my suggestion to all of you. However, if you feel that you are fitting in either of these criteria, so go on our website, contact us. Our contact details are mentioned on the website. I will I will give you out the contact details at the end of this session. You can go there, contact us. You can book a consultation with us, and we'll be happy to help you out. So this is the information that I had on the IT sector, and I'll go on to the question answers in a bit, and let's see if we have got any questions right now, or we can. Okay, so we do have a couple of questions, so I'll just get on to it. Just give me a second. I think my laptop is going to die down. Just sorry. Okay, so let's start with the question and answers. If you have any other queries about the topic that I spoke about, that is the IT sector, please contact us, and we'll be happy to discuss this in detail with you. Obviously, there are more eligibility criteria, and there could be very small details that we need to consider. So it's better that you speak to us and get more clarity on your venues. And hopefully the question answer session will also help you out, because a lot of people have different queries, and I think if you're not asking your query, someone else definitely will, because there are only basic questions that everyone has about these sectors, this area. So if you do have a query, even if you think it's a dumb question, please leave it and I'll be happy to answer it for you. So I'll just give me just 2 seconds, and we'll start the question answer session. Okay, so the first question, the first message we've got is from Susil Podal. He says, good afternoon, want to know about immigration visa. Susil, I'm not sure if you're an AGV client. If you are, please leave us a message. Your question is also not very clear. It's a very vast question. If you want to know about immigration visa, if you can specify, are you looking to study, work, or just looking for residence? And I will be able to answer your question better. So with your question, please leave us your contact number as well. Next, we have a message from Butterflies who says audible and clear. Thank you. Kashmira Parag also says that she can hear me. That's great. Next question is from Abhishek. He says now NZ is into level 1. Any chances now that New Zealand pick or assign my partnership application, or there will wait for the Mumbai branch to open? Abhishek, right now Immigration New Zealand is processing residence applications. The focus is not on the partnership applications as of now. So we'll just have to wait for the offshore branches to open up. And I think that's when they will start processing these applications. So I think it's just a waiting game. Let's hope sooner the situation gets better in India and the offshore branch here can open up, the processing of the applications would start. So as of now, they are not looking at those applications, but we will just have to wait for the offshore branches to open up. Okay. Guys, I think the net is giving a little bit of little bit of issues. So at any point, if you think it's video or something, please let me know so I can fix it. Okay, going to the next question. Next question is from Rajveer Gupta. He says, I'm an AGV client, have received offer for graduate diploma in secondary teaching. I don't have any sector. Can you elaborate on job opportunities for this in New Zealand and should I consider EC? Rajveer, teaching is a very good very good avenue to go in New Zealand. They have a lot of opportunities there. Having a work experience will only act as an added advantage. However, it's not mandatory. So if you are looking for going in that sector, I would suggest please go ahead with it. Don't have doubts about it. It does have a lot of job opportunities there as well. If you want, you can go on seek.co.nz. Just type your the kind of job that you're looking for, the kind of the sector that you're looking for jobs in, and you'll see the kind of opportunities that will be listed there. And I think that will make you answer your question more better, because you will see the opportunities that are there in New Zealand. So I would suggest go on seek.co.nz, type it out, and see what all employment opportunities are there today at this minute. Thank you for your question. I'll go to the next question. Anant, the Infinity Rise, guys, it's level 1 here. Come quickly, go to opportunities. Don't get into some rumors from an AJVN. Thank you, Anant. Thank you for giving that boost to our viewers, because there are a lot of rumors that are going around. People have people who don't end up getting a job, or for some or the other reason, like either they did not do well in their qualification, or do not have the required skill set. A lot of people do end up creating rumors about New Zealand not having job opportunities, people not getting jobs, or most of our students have completed their courses, have gone on to working in amazing jobs, and are earning and are doing pretty well for themselves today. So if you are looking to move to New Zealand, please don't think twice. Come and speak to us, and we will help you out with the right course for your career. So thank you, Anant, for leaving that positive note on our session today, and I hope this will future. Neil Joseph asked when it is possible to start the student visa. We are majorly waiting for the offshore offices to be back working. Right now, New Zealand has opened up and New Zealand offices have opened up, but the current situation around the world is not that great. So offshore offices to open up, and then the student visas would. Okay, so my team says that the live got interrupted. Team, if you can confirm if I'm live right now and you can hear me, start the session. Just waiting for the confirmation from my team if they can hear me. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, I know the internet is quite bad. And I think it takes a toll when I go live on both Facebook and YouTube, so it can be a bit slow. Um, just waiting for the confirmation. Okay, so my team says there's a bit of interruption. Otherwise, I'm live. So I'll just continue in case it gets too difficult. Please let me know. Okay, so getting on to the next question. Hi, what are the chances of getting SMC? No job offer with 165 points. Also, how easy is it to find a job with PR in the skill shortage when you apply offshore? Thank you. So, thank you, Siddharth, for leaving us your question. Not sure, you've not left us your number. So, if you can leave us your number as well, I'll answer your question just because for our viewers, but this is the only question I'm answering. Going forward, please leave us your number. And Siddharth, in good faith, I'm answering a question, hoping that you leave us your number. Okay, so if you do have 165 points right now, you can apply for SMC. However, you will get a visa, which would be a skill migrant category job search visa. It would be a visa for 12 months that will allow you to travel to New Zealand and get find yourself a job in those 12 months, and then you can apply for the final residence. So that would be the process for it. Getting a job in skill shortage list is not difficult. However, trying to get a job while you're not in the country can be difficult. So I think the reason that we suggest our students to either go for study option or go for residence if they're meeting the points is that getting a job while you're offshore is quite tough. The companies will not invest in you unless you don't even have a visa to come to New Zealand and work in. Or if you don't have a job offer, it's very difficult to get a visa. So you get stuck in a catch-22 situation here. So the only option that I would see for you is that if you're getting 165 points, first just make sure that you're getting 165 points. Because there are a lot of small details that need to be considered, and a very tiny bit of detail can take away all of those points from you. So if you've gone and just searched for those points and calculated the points on the immigration website, the finder that is there, the point calculator, there might be a little bit ifs and buts involved in that. So just do make sure that you check with the licensed immigration advisor before you file for a skilled migrant category. Now, considering the job opportunities, I've told you there are job opportunities in the skill shortage list, but not many if you apply from offshore. Till you're not in the country, the companies are very unlikely to offer you a job. So that would be my advice to you. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us and I'll be happy to help you out. In case you want a confirmation on your SMC points and other opportunities, other venues that you can look at, you can also book a consultation with me. You can go on the website and book a consultation there. I will leave a link at the end of the session and probably that will help you out. Thank you for your question. Next question we have is from Bijoy Job. And he says that, hi, I'm an AGV client. Need to know if Duolingo test accepted, as I've been told ITPS don't accept the same. Can you share some light on the same? With the current situation, don't have much choice to do IELTS or PT. Hi, Bijoy. Thank you for your question. I did check with Immigration New Zealand recently about this. And so while they're willing to accept TOEFL as an entry exam, you still need to consider if your certain college is accepting that exam. However, Duolingo is not accepted as of now. Even if the college and the NZQA says that it's an acceptable English language test, Immigration New Zealand for the specific market is not accepting this test right now. I've seen that TOEFL has recently come with a test on an online test. So just speak to the concerned person that you're speaking to in our company, and they'll get you the information if TOEFL is the right way to go for you, depending on the course and the college that you're going for. So not sure who's working with Bijoy, but the concerns, if the concerned study advisor can speak to Bijoy and just help him out with this query, please. Thank you. Next question. Ayush Kuwala had left us a comment saying, with 7+ years of work experience in business strategy, best way to come. Ayush, thank you for your question, but I see there's no number provided, and you've not either confirmed if you are an EJV student. So I'll just wait for you to confirm us that or leave us your number, and I'll get to your question. Okay, I hope the live session is not that interrupted. Okay, so we'll go to the next question, hopefully with not much interruption in the live session. The next question is from Praveen Kumar, and he says he's left us his number. Thank you, Praveen, for leaving us your number. The question is, need to know about PhD in civil engineering. Okay, so Praveen, New Zealand does have two engineering schools, that is University of Auckland and University of Canterbury in Christchurch. The Auckland Engineering School has a PhD in civil engineering program that you can look at. But if you're considering PhD, before that, I would advise that you make sure that you've considered all other courses possible in this area, and probably another course will add more value than a PhD. So just speak to us, pick up the phone and speak to us. And you've left us your number, so I'll have someone contact you and probably give out all the information that you require about civil engineering. And civil engineering is actually a good avenue to be studying in New Zealand. It's also in the long-term skill shortage list. So as I talked about IT professionals having an advantage, similarly, in this area also you'll have a couple of advantages for doing the course or to be working in the sector. And while you're getting applying for your residence, you'll get bonus points and everything. So yes, there are a lot of advantages in this area, but make sure that you're choosing the right course and the right college. So speak to us, and then going forward, you can decide where you want to go. Vijay Job says here that it's a disturbed video. I'm so sorry, guys, for this. If it's getting interrupted in between, the internet is quite bad. If my team wants, then I can probably switch off the live session on YouTube, and Facebook could run a little bit better. But I'll just wait for my team to confirm me that, and I'll not take a call on that. So I'll just continue with the live session in the meantime. There's a question from Tim, and he says, any news on the current SMC applications launched with INZ? Are the queues moving? Tim, the recent update on Immigration New Zealand website says that they're working on residence application. I'm not sure what kind of categories they're looking at right now. So the queues will start moving now that New Zealand has been declared COVID free. So everyone would get back to work, and offices will be fully running. So hopefully the queues will start moving, and we will keep on updating you guys the minute that we get an update from New Zealand. Thank you for your question. Kashmira Parag says, I'm an AGV client and have a couple of conditional offer letters from conditional offer letters. However, I want to know if there are any courses available for performance analyst role in cricket for my spouse. He has an experience working as a performance analyst in India for cricket team. Thank you, Kashmira, for leaving us this question. I've not really dwelt into much this avenue of having courses, doing courses in cricket, but I'll definitely be happy to help you out. I'm not sure who you're working with, so if you can just specify who you're working with in AGV, and I'll speak to that person and have this information given out to you at the earliest. I won't be able to do with the just give me a second, guys. I think the internet has just